Hi guys. Hey, this is just a preceding clip before the actual video starts. I did something, I'm almost done with the Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful project. I think I have just some grouting and rhinestones to add, and it turned out great. I'm excited to share it, but I'm a little embarrassed, and I'm not going to start over because that just ruins the creative process. During the video, up until the very end, you're going to see one of the stamped words that I did. And as you can see, it's not spelled correctly. I've been looking at this thing for 3 or 4 days, and I kept saying something doesn't look right, something doesn't look right. And I have to check spelling sometimes for what I do for work even, and it's just a human error. So I think because these stamps are so backwards and difficult to work with, and the U was on the opposite side of the E, that I had it down here and I forgot to put it back, but I'm not making excuses other than I messed up. So we'll get started with the video now. But please keep in mind, I did catch this, so you don't need to send me a comment. But I do want to publish the video because this happens to the best of us. And I always say, make sure everything is spelled right before you do anything. And luckily, it is over foil, and I don't know why I lucked out. I was able to take it off. And I have room to put the corrected one down, which is in the oven right now. So anyway, just proceeding to the video that's going to start now. Thanks. Hello everyone, it's Molly. Welcome to my channel. Come on in. We're starting a new project today, and it's called Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. I like to start with a theme. Those of you that have watched my videos know I need a centerpiece to work around. I tie my colors into that. I tie the idea of the tiles into that. Is it flowy? Is it strict? Is it, rigid? Is it, how do we want the tiles to go with the centerpiece? So I want to start there today. So I did a little bit of pre-work, and it's actually going to be like this, and I'll lay it out for you in a minute. But let's get back to the pre-work. So I took, this is black souffle, rolled out on a number 3, and I have these stamps. These were like $40, but they're the best investment I have ever made. Okay, they click together. So see, here's the word be, here's the word kind. And I think these are on my Amazon list. But you literally put them together, and you can even go up and down if you want to do that. Because I was using the little ones and going one by one by one, and it's so hard to get them straight. So look how nice these look. So what I did then was we're going to do the beautiful together. Okay. I had to put those away, sorry. So I'm using titanium weight from Golden Acrylic. Okay? I just think sometimes certain things are worth the investment. This is $11 or $12 if I'm not mistaken. They also have a bigger size. I ended up just getting the bigger size because I'm going through this. But I've had this now for 3 months, and it's about halfway, maybe. I don't know. So, but you don't use a whole lot when you're doing something like this. Now, the next thing is on Amazon, and I don't have these on my list, so I'm going to try and remember to add them. Sometimes I have to watch the video back, so you guys may see the video before you see some of my things, but always at the top, at some point shortly after the video is posted, you'll see a link to my Facebook page, you'll see a link to my Amazon list, and you'll see a link to Blueberry Beads, where I recommend to get your clay from. So anyway, they have these little, they're called eyeliner brushes. They're disposable. They come in a big bag. I've already used a ton of them. And they're cheap. But anyway, I like to use these. If not, just find a small detail brush. It'll be fine. Use whatever brush you have. You have to work this a little bit at the beginning to loosen it up because it's like a sharp pencil. Okay, so then I forgot to show you the stamps. Hold on. I can't stop now. I want to show you that these are called stone stamps. They're not on my Amazon list either. I forgot. I'll have to add those. So you basically want to go in and be generous with your paint. Work out the lid a little bit. Now, you want to work a little quickly here, okay? Because, or you just want to do half and half. Let's just do, I'm almost done. And the reason I'm saying that is you don't want your paint to start really drying. And golden is pretty good. It doesn't dry as quick as some acrylic paints do, so based on the kind of paint you have will pretty much determine how much you can do before you need to say, hey, it's time to fix this. Isn't this pretty? So that's it. Now sometimes you have to come back with a second coat, okay? And I can already see a couple places we might need to do that. Oh well. But what I highly recommend is a baby wipe. You can use a wet paper towel as well. Now, it's going to get messy before it gets better. You want a very light touch. Very light touch. Find another clean piece. I like to go in circles, so I'm not putting a heavy hand over it, where these small ones, I had to do some of these 3 times. Okay. Sometimes that paint is just going to have to live there. Okay. So I see a couple places I need to do. Or sometimes you just feel like it's looking a little gray because the paint got in there so thin. I am not overly particular. I want them all to be perfect, but I'm not going to sit here all day and do this. Because they're pretty just the way they are. You just kind of have to come up with your own method of what works best for you, but this is the general concept. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I'm going to let this dry a little bit. I got paint on my work surface here. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now, you can clean this or you can pitch it. I pitch mine. Because I hate cleaning brushes. I hate it. I try to find disposable stuff whenever I can. Another storage concept is I have a drawer, and it has 2 short drawers on the top and 2 big ones on the bottom, and it's on rolly feet, and then you have the top of it. I keep my white and black paint or my gold right here in the same drawer as my wax paper, so I can just grab as I'm going along with projects. And in the top drawer, I keep my cutters and my pearl and black clay. And then it's just cutters and more cutters. And then on the top, I keep all my stickles and all my wax, so they're all, and my baby wipes, so they're all just right at hand, which is nice. Now let me dry this a second, because I want to... we're going to seal this, because I want to have it dry while I'm pulling out a couple other things. I'm using my Pledge because as I am waiting for a container to keep my quick shine in. I usually just go over the whole thing. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, it wasn't dry enough. Hello. Can be fixed. Now I have white. I need it. Let's try this some more. Going too fast. I'm excited about this project, but I have no idea where it's going, so... Okay. I usually really let this dry for a while before I seal it. I would never... Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to the rest of this. Okay, we're just going to wait. Because I'm impatient. I'm not going to sit here with the blow dryer all day. Alright. That's going away for a moment. Now, the next thing I did was I worked ahead for a background. Be your own... I'm working upside down, guys. And you can put rhinestones in between these words or whatnot. And then I'm using a crown. So, couple things here. I wanted to use the spirals, which are in the tutorial. It should be right before this one. So it would just be so random and abstract. And I'm going to talk about the background in a minute with the foil. And I have some of the light pink matches perfectly to the foil. It's kind of hard to tell. But it does. And I mean, I'm limited to the colors I have. But then I thought maybe flowers, maybe nothing. I don't know yet. So I'm not going to finish. I can put everything down, but I don't know what I'm going to put here. So I'm going to wait on that until the piece comes together. And I think it'll naturally, the process will tell me what I want to use here, if I want to use anything. So it will not change, though. Still coming back to this. It will not change the colors I'm using, though. This is one of my very favorite colors. It's souffle and it's raspberry. It's not red. it's just a dark pink, and it's gorgeous. And it matches. So that one's a definite yes. This purple is grape souffle. Okay, another really good match there. And then I have the pink guava. This is one of those colors you get and you think, it doesn't look like what I thought it was going to look like. And then you go to use it, and it is the most beautiful pink color. It's like dead center. I don't know. It's just, it's not peachy at all. It's just, it's beautiful. Now, I'm not sure. I might mix it with some pearl because, and tone it down a little bit to match better here, but I'm not sure yet. I'm also going to go through my scraps, which I haven't done yet, and see what I already have that we could potentially use on here, because I use this raspberry all the time, and the pink. So I may already have some stuff. So let's get back to this. I am going to be using, I know you won't be able to see this whole thing. This is a 6x12 board, okay? So it's 6 inches wide. And I cut my tile. I can't show you this all the way, but I cut my tile 6 inches wide, and I laid this out just on the board and measured how much room I might need to get everything in here. Does that make sense? Okay, so then I rolled out my clay on a number 3, and I think this is scrap mixed with some black. And for foil, I wanted to use a color. Is this it? And they sell these packs of, they think they're 3x3. They're 3.5. They're 1, 2, 3, almost 4 inches by 3.5. So they're not exactly square. And I have these linked on my Amazon page. And I'm just going to ruin this piece right off the bat. Great. They are not as friendly as the Ready Gold, but they are much easier to work with than, so here's the deal. I use these all the time. You just have to know to pack your patience, but I don't have any patience, and I did totally fine this morning putting this together. I mean, I really don't. So you have to understand that some are better than others. This one I have linked on my page is better than others. I bought a whole pack of, like, I don't know how many colors. There's a million in there. Beautiful colors. It is so impossible to work with. It's not impossible. It's just really hard. Well, these are, there's 500 sheets, 10 colors. Okay, and they're gorgeous. I wish they sold these colors individually, because I would buy a ton of the pink and the teal or the turquoise. Those are my go-tos. Usually the turquoise is just gorgeous. So this is going to be the centerpiece, and I want to glue this down. So let's do that. I can seal this at any time. Okay. I'm going to eyeball, and I am going to just say it ends up where it ends up. The cool part is, you know where the center is. You have 2 letters, 4 letters, 3. So I just have to line up to the W. So this is where I'm going to start. Okay. And then yeah. And I sealed these. Like I said, you'll want to use your quick shine on these. And they'll probably be a little shinier than mine. I'm painting the back of this. I don't want it to pull up my foil. Well, you can still move it around. Oh gosh, it's upside down. You can move it around, and this glue dries clear. By the way, this is Weld Bond. And this is my go-to for all tile gluing. Oh, hello. Oh, that little guy just fell on me. It's probably in my hair or something. Sometimes I'm glad I'm not on camera. Probably the faces I make too are pretty weird. Alright, I have to get that at another time. So I have own. I want to try and leave enough room for a rhinestone in here. Kind. So you know what was dumb is I didn't center this exactly right. That was really dumb. Thank God this glue moves. That's why I love it. And it dries clear, guys. If I already said that, I'm sorry. Hooray, we made it. Were you guys watching that I just plopped that crown on there and didn't... Oh, whatever. Now I'm going to tell you, when you're gluing on foil, it's going to take a while for it to set. Okay. You don't need a mountain pile high of glue either. Do this all the time. It will eventually stay. If not, put some more glue on it. I just got glue on here because it's on my finger. I'm going to come back after it's dry. Be your own kind of... Oh, not centered, huh? This is a brooch, but I took my pliers and I broke off the pin. I may need to put some clay behind here. I'm going to have to bake this, so I cannot glue it down right now. Let's just not do squirrel, Molly. Okay, this should be enough. Perfect. All right. Now, I'll let this dry. And you can see through this, so I'm only going to put the clay where the center rhinestone is backed on. Or should I do the whole thing? How would this look all over black? Actually, it looks kind of cool with the black. It wasn't standing out as much as I wanted on the pink, so guess what? I'm going to back the whole thing. And this is all glass and metal, so I can put it right into my oven. Now, what this allows me to do is to have a surface area to glue it down. You want to make sure everybody's even, Steven. Okay? Because little bugger. So this one side where the pin was, it's poking out. Where am I? Oh, here I am. It's poking out. So I'm going to have to add some more clay. Because that's the last thing you want, is one little spot to be down further than everybody else. I have glue on my fingers and it's getting on everything. I need to go wash my hands so baby wipe's not pulling it off. And let's see. I think that looks much better. I love it. I'm so glad that I decided to do that. I'm so glad I needed to do it. Otherwise, I would have just put it down as it was. It's trying to stick. Okay, onto my pan. And I'm pushing it down on my pan to make the back flat. I just want to make sure. Yeah, we're good. We're totally good. Okay. This is where I need to take a break because I got to figure out what we're doing next. And I think I need to clean this up a little bit. I don't know if I can. It might be okay. I know there's too much space in between here, but these I did one by one. Oh, the stamps. Stone stamps. They look like this. They're awesome. But I'll tell you what, you got to be really careful because if not, I'll show you what happens. Here, sorry, I had to grab it. See here? I pressed too hard, especially on the L. So, I guess you could go all the way through it if you wanted to see your background through it, but I don't, well, not me. Yeah, so that sucks. You gotta be really careful with these. They're called stone stamps. There's only one set. And there's only one font, and that's what this is. And they're a little tricky to use because they're upside down and backwards and sideways, and it's, you know, you gotta have a lot of clay to get one word because it takes you a while to get it right. Okay, so let's let this dry. I'll varnish this whole thing. I don't think I can clean up some of this mess on here. I'll probably prepare some clay. I'll go through my stash, and then we'll regroup here in a little bit. Okay? Okay. It's been a hot minute since I've I've done a couple things. I'm English, Molly. I would really like to try and tie in these tiles. And I think we're going to do it, and it's going to be a little long. This thing's going to be crazy. So it's just the inner creative in me. I think that's going this direction. But anyway, I took our pink foil and decided it really wasn't going that well. So I wanted to try and tie in to these tiles. And so I used some of the same wax, which was, there's the red flame, there's the Indian pink, and some amethyst. Or is it blue velvet? No, it was amethyst. Okay. Anyway, so I did that, and then I made a few extra tiles just to put here and there so that everything will really, you know, kind of blend together. Now, and I glued the crown on. And there's one other thing I did. This is where it's going to get a little crazy. Is I cut out, now don't make fun of me, I'm not the best cutter outer, okay? But I found these wings, and I thought if I put foil over them, stamped them, cut them out, and baked them, if I put the wax on it, what would it look like? So that's coming, I think, because I like it plain too. So this is to be determined. Okay, so where I want to start is by gluing this down with Weld Bond. Now, if your top gets stuck, someone just commented that I got early this morning, put Vaseline on it so that that doesn't happen. Luckily, I can squirt this one because I got lucky. Something is stuck in here, like a piece of dried glue. I got it. Oh, it's from the wipe that as much as I swear by using baby wipes, they leave little fibers sometimes. Because you got to clean off the lid so it continues to open. I'm using a silicone brush because it's easy peasy to clean up. And that's right up my alley. To glue down the crown, I did use B6000 and hot glue. Not on top of each other. I put the B6000 in the middle and the hot glue around the sides, right? Because then you get an immediate hold. And then a real permanent hold with the B6000. You can also use E6000. I just am out of E6000. Both of those are on my, well, not the, I guess I could put my glue gun on the list. It's just a Gorilla Glue mini glue gun. And really, I like the minis when I'm doing this type of work. I pull out my larger glue gun when I'm working on larger mixed media projects. Which I've been on a clay roll. I haven't, well, this is all mixed media though too, to be honest. Okay, this is plenty. I'm sorry, I need to turn this around for a minute. Now I put lines where the center is. I'm upside down. I need to go here. Okay, and I don't care about the white lines. We're going to cover it up. All right, so then I was thinking a couple things. I can put rhinestones down the center. I should have another blue one here somewhere. Oh, you can't see. I really kind of like that. Need to pick my camera up, don't I? Here, let's do it this way. Oh gosh. You can see a little better. Then I'm pulling the tiles we did when we did the spirals. So I guess it's just a matter of like laying some stuff out. Still can't see this whole thing. Okay, let's just work on the top then. I need to file this one down. So anyway, did I even say what I started to say? Vaseline. Who'd have thunk it? I didn't know. And it seems like such a simple thing. Like, oh, you guys probably know and I don't. I want to go to Goodwill today. Well, I'm going to Salvation Army, actually. I'm looking for... I can buy off of Amazon, but my grandson is 7, and I'm watching him on Wednesdays and Thursdays during the summer. And I need to buy him some play shorts and shirts and just summery stuff. And I thought I would run to Salvation Army because I'm looking for something for myself. And if I can find some good stuff there, then wouldn't that be cool? I like this one better, but I think I'm going to end up using all of these. Can't see the top of my screen, and I am sorry. I'm going to try and mirror what I do on both sides, but I don't know if I have enough tiles and whatnot. And these are good because they tie in with the top. Oh man, I'm gonna have a hard time fitting this whole thing in my camera, huh? I need to file this one. Guys, I've been following the Polymer Clay Tutor. She's on Facebook. And I've seen her before, but I finally chimed in yesterday because she was doing a live. And I asked her the question about baking. Because people like to bake for an hour. And I understand if you're making like a standalone piece, like the ornaments that I have a video on, you need to do that. But if I'm just like doing, I gotta go to my stash. If I'm just doing these very thin tiles that are getting glued down, and I want them to be flexible to cut them, I don't understand why I can't bake them for 20 to 30 minutes. If my oven's cold, I do it for 30 minutes. And if, oh, I forgot to wipe this off. And if my oven's hot, I do it for like 20, 25 minutes. And I don't know. I'm just struggling over that. So anyway, she's getting to my question next week. So stay tuned. That may be all I need to do so I can add rhinestones in all of the... I need another one this size. I had to get something. Okay. Well, it's not very straight, huh? Okay. I know I'm quiet today, aren't I? Lucky you. Okay. So the top and the bottom mirror each other. And I think this looks pretty. And I'm wondering, these are other wings I had that had some blue on them. So I think maybe I don't want them now. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Wow, these projects go quick when you already have most of the tiles, huh? Yeah. Okay, so the next step is I need to glue this down, and I'm not going to do it on camera. You just watched me do this one. Just use your weld bond. Remember, you have a little bit of wiggle room. Like this one's already down. So give yourself 5 minutes, I would say, of wiggle room. I like to put on my desk in order, then glue this whole thing and put them back on because it's not too big of a space. When I do it, when they go all the way around, I'll do the bottom, side, top. Oh, I'm upside down from you, but anyway, you get the picture. So I'm gonna go glue these down, and then I want to add rhinestones to this. Okay. I think I love this. All right, let me go glue, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so guys, this is the point of the video where I realized I had misspelled beautiful. So I'm sure you all got a laugh out of that, and I hope it wasn't annoying to watch. It's a beautiful. You know, I say it every time. It's real life. things happen, but I got it fixed, so it's no problem. And I actually like this much better. My letters aligned much better. The paint is much cleaner. So I'm real happy with this. I'm recording from my view today, and I may start doing this because I just figured something out on my camera. As long as I've been doing this now, you'd think I'd have figured it out. But I need to be looking at this kind of this way, just in my head. So anyway, I want to fill these gaps in here, and I had gotten some large 8mm rhinestones, and I have 6mm coming today that I was going to put in here. But as much as I want this blingy, I just think it'd be a little too much because I'm trying to even the bling with the abstract. I mean, this is really a different kind of piece. You probably don't know what to think of it when you look at it, but I think it's beautiful. So anyway, I used to do jewelry, and I have a ton of beads and little rhinestone rondelles. And so anyway, I have this boutonniere pin, and it actually is the exact height that I need for this area. So I'm going to, this isn't done yet. I need to grab my glue. Some of these may fall off. Nope, okay. So what I'm going to do is use B7000 for this. Guys, I'm at a new angle. Bear with me. B7000 in the gold, and it's on my Amazon list. And it has a precision tip. So, can you see? So I'm going to fill this whole area with B7000. And I'm going to fill this area all with B7000. Because this does not dry right away, I shouldn't have any worries. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything, guys. Something can always go wrong, as we all know. So let me finish putting this on. So, I don't know how much I can get this in the camera. So I'm going to do this on all of them. And then you just pull the pin out. That was supposed to be so easy. So now I gotta go in. And I'm gonna get glue on my fingers, but that's okay. This is gonna look really pretty. I hope I can fit this last one in. Okay. So everybody's in there, but they're not all cooperating, right? So I'm getting a wipe. I gotta clean off my finger. I may need to use alcohol on it. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna get my little tool, and I'm gonna see if I can fix this. Sorry, it's like pure concentration. I think that looks cool. I'm going to put that in between all of them. Nope, just getting, this is the mixed media part that comes in. Just getting some different mediums, hence mixed media. I don't know. This is the best I could come up with. I'd like to get this project done because I have another one. It's going to be released very soon because it's Friday and I'm off today and I'm spending the day down here. My grandson is here and he is going to help me sort my clay by color. He's 7. I thought that'd be a perfect project for him. Okay. Let's see if I can do this any better this time. No. It's not that bad. You just have to stay positive. You're going to get it straight at some point. These are a little thinner than the space I have. So I think that looks really cool. Yeah, so I had these beads that just happened to match what was going on here, and then I wanted the black to break it up. Because I kept looking at this, and I was like, I really like just the black in here. But I feel like people are going to think you should grout it. So this is how I'm deciding to grout it. Okay. Now, I'm not going to keep you on here while I do these. So I'm going to go away just for a minute, get that done. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to take care of all the other little areas and we're going to add rhinestones to it. Okay. Oh, choking over here. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back and everything is in and as straight as I can make it. And I'm actually very happy with it. So now is the final steps, and that is blinging this out. So I'm going to do a little bit with you. I'll start in this area. And then I'm going to do the rest off camera and come back and show you the finished product. So I'm using the B7000 again. Oh, I had that upside down last time, didn't I? Hi, Bindi. My little 5-pounders down here. Billy's up sleeping in my bed, and Mo is sleeping for right now. I want to do a couple big ones. Let me just stop here and see what it looks like after I get started. I laid out a couple already just to get an idea. I have these are the cheapy plastic ones, but I have them and they're really pretty. So I'm starting with those where I just laid down. And if you don't have one of these, it's just a wax tip. But it's not like the wax pencils where the wax comes off. I need one more over here of the big one. Oh, well, we'll just go right there. You don't need a lot of glue. I tend to, with my heavy hand, put down more than I need. So I'm trying to work on that. But it dries clear, so you'll be fine. I mean, these are okay. I like the glass ones better, and I thought I was buying glass, but they're not. I can tell. Okay, now, I have this little hickey-me-do I just bought. It is, the best thing ever, because you can just shake it to get them, so that they're on the side that you want them on, and when you're done, you can put them back in the bag with this tip. They were just dollars, and I just did my monthly shopping, and I was like, I have to have these. But I could only find, like, to get a pack of, like, I don't know, 5, I think came with it. I don't need 5 of these, but maybe if I'm doing a whole bunch of different colors, I do. So I don't know yet. I just got it. So let's do some small ones in here. I'm going to just focus on this side and then do the other side. And I'm trying to look for places that might be the middle of a flower or close to it. So these are the smaller, these are 4 millimeters. I think the bigger ones are 6. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure. Does that make any sense? Okay. I might need one right here. This is going to be so cool. This is just me, though. I have a very odd sense sometimes of how I put things together. So that's why I'm glad you guys haven't left me, because some of my stuff doesn't make any sense. I try to balance what I think people want to see, and then like a project like this, I was like, nobody's going to like this. But I decided I'm going to go in my own direction, and I'm going to be me on this one and just see what the reactions are like. I might give this one to Kathy for her sale because they are all about the bling and crowns at Royal Funky Junk. If you're not following her on Facebook, she goes to thrift stores, Goodwill stores, vintage stores, and she buys things and redoes them with decorating, and it's absolutely stunning. She does not do clay, which is fine because I do clay. I want her to learn clay because I think she'll love it, and she said she's just never had any luck with it, but I don't know if she knew what she was doing. Not to be mean, Kath, but it's really hard at the beginning. It's so frustrating. But if you have somebody that can teach you as you go along, it might become a little easier for you. Putting 3 uneven ones up here, but... And I'm just using the crystal because I want them to tie into the silver that I use, because we have gold and silver going on, which is fine. Go ahead and mix them. I lean towards gold, as you guys can tell. I just think it looks better, but that's in my opinion. I really like this. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to do these tiles and the tiles on the top that match them, doing the exact same thing. I don't think I'm going to do anything here because I don't want to lose... I don't want to cover up all the work I did, and this won't fit in the center of all of them. Maybe I will. I'm not sure. I have to lay them out after everything is done and take a look at it. Okay. So, I will be right back. Okay. I have finished bedazzling, if you will. This is sparkled out. Now, I have done the top, the bottom, and I did around some, wherever there was an empty space on the outside of my spirals. I'm going to leave these alone. I do not want to overdo it, and I don't want to lose where the curl comes into the end. And because I wouldn't be able to do that on this one, I don't think I would. If in the final picture they're in there, that's why. But I'm not putting them on top of the tiles. I don't want to hide them. Look at all that work we did for those. So, and then I put one above the eye. I wish my beautiful I would have cut a little smaller, These are just my end thoughts because when I had the other one, I had an even amount on the top and bottom. But I mean, I'm nitpicking. This whole thing is just so fun. So I'm happy with this in the end. This is it's better than what I was going for, to be honest with you. And again, it was the process of, I can't tell you how many times I took these tiles off and said, they're going to go on a separate project. These can go with anything. If I did this, these can go with anything. I love that I added the beads. This is truly a mixed media mosaic, in my opinion. I will not use these plastic crystals anymore. They suck. I don't know why. They just look... They're okay. They didn't ruin my project, but they might as well have. Because everything on here is perfect but those. So, I don't know. Okay, so there is a last step. I'm acting like we're all done here. I'm going to take silver stickles, and that is what I'm putting in. I only have a couple areas. I want to tie in the silver a little bit. I only did between these two rows. I'm fine with these other ones being black. Now, even though I measured, I ended up with a bigger space up here. So I need to hope that this will hide that fact. And I'm really laying it on thick because those are wide. And that's all I'm going to do. That's it. I'm just wondering... Where did I put my pen? Okay. Now, if I could get it out. I don't know where my other one went. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put even a smaller rhinestone in the center of these. Because I don't want to lose my curl, and I don't want to lose the black. Like, that's it, though. Because, I'd be looking at this thing all the time, because it's in my head that I should do it. So I'm going to do it. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I got nervous about this piece. Like, oh my gosh, is it going to work? Ugh, poop. Hold on. That one had to go in the garbage because I can't deal with it. Alright. Just one little simple one in the center to tie everything together so it wasn't so separated. But we have the sparkle in here with the rondelles in between the beads. So, I think I'm good. I hope you guys like this. I'll take a picture of it, obviously. I'm going to get this posted today on Friday, and then I'm going to start another project today. Because it's only 8 o'clock here. 8:30? What time is it? 8:08. So I have all day, and my grandson is still sleeping, lucky little boy. And we do have to clean out some stuff down here today, and I figured if I have a little helper, and I can give him, I have Amazon boxes down here that need to go out to the garage. I'm just going to put them in a pile and be like, I need you to take these out to the garage so then I don't have to make a million trips. So I'm going to keep the boy busy. But maybe I'll get a McDonald's if he helps me. We'll see. All right, guys. Be your own kind of beautiful. I will see you soon.